So we'll go ahead and give a little intro here. We'll switch over to the video, and then we'll be on. What's going on today, YouTube? MrJGilbert here on the 9th episode of the Streamer Shout Out Showcase. We have the one and only TinyTigerGirl. She is rocking over 220 followers on Twitch, and she does everything from stream survival games to work on some graphics, some Twitch overlays for you, some logos. She absolutely does it all, and you need to stick around and find out a little bit more about TinyTigerGirl.
My bad. I was shooting over your head, but I missed.
Killing spree.
You guys, I got a killing spree! Oh my god. Am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make it? Oh! I would have went back and helped him, but he kept running at me. Oh my god.
Welcome on, Tiny. How we doing tonight?
I am Gucci.
Awesome. So I want to give you a moment just to kind of introduce yourselves to the chat. Just kind of give you a chance to say hello to everybody. So the floor is yours.
My name is TinyTigerGirl. I got cats in the background to distract y'all. I live in Florida, and I just stream on my spare time. I do work a full-time job and have several hobbies. So I'm very creative. I do creative streams and stuff as well.
You said cats, plural. Do you have multiple?
Yes, unfortunately.
Oh my gosh, how many?
Okay, so I have 4 right now. Now, one of them is going to Misery, one is going to Devilicious, and then I'm keeping 2. This is one of my keeps. This is Loki, my big sweet boy. My other cat that I'm keeping, she's currently in the crate to keep her from getting attacked by her brother. Because I don't let him in the bedroom unless I'm streaming.
Sure.
She's got a disability where her front legs are shorter than her back legs, so I call her a T-Rex.
Aww. Oh, another one's out too there, see.
Yeah, that's my dog, Shadow.
Oh, got it.
Come here.
All right, so hence the name, where are you keeping the tiger?
The tiger? I am the tiger.
I mean,
that would be my mascot, Tina
okay.
the tiger.
I was like, hence the tiger. I mean, in your name, like you gotta have a tiger somewhere, right?
Loki's working on getting big enough to be a tiger.
There we go. All right, chat. So how tonight will work, if you want to ask TinyTigerGirl anything, be sure to use a channel point redemption for highlight your message, just so I don't miss it in chat. And you will have a chance to ask her anything that you want to get to know her or a little bit better, or those that may already know her, put her on the spot. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and redeem the channel point redemption. Highlight your message, ask her anything you want. I do have a few serious questions that I'll ask first, and then it's up to you, chat, to get to know TinyTigerGirl a little bit more. So my first question that I always kind of start off with when I do these interviews is, why did you want to become a streamer, or why are you streaming?
I got my inspiration from Shield Maiden and Lunar Ambassador. I was in their streams a lot, and they helped me through some tough times, and I just want to be there for people that way as well. I want to have a good community. I want to build a good community and do giveaways and give back as much as they give to me.
You said, do you do a lot of giveaways, or have you?
I was, and my printer broke, so giving away my stuff for my Etsy has taken a halt at the moment.
Sure.
But we'll get back there as soon as I get enough money to get another printer.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
But
That's
I can do Amazon giveaways and stuff as well. We just haven't had enough people lately.
Oh, sure. So then you kind of already may have alluded to this a little bit, but when it comes to your streaming and your channel, what are some goals maybe that you have for kind of long term?
I just want to build a good community. I mean, I'd love to make money doing it as well. I don't want to make it a full-time job, unless it so happens that that happens. But my biggest goal is community and friendship. Misery and Devil have been there pretty much since the start of the streams. So
Yeah.
they're my go-to gals.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, and community is the biggest thing too with streaming. I kind of feel like every time I kind of talk to multiple streamers, it's they always kind of come back to the
It's
community.
the people.
Yep, community aspect of it for sure. When I guess it's kind of off script a little bit here, going off on a tangent. When did the kind of community aspect become a thing for you? When did you kind of realize like, wow, this truly is about community?
When I used to mod for Lunar Ambassador and we got really close, and Shield Maiden as well. I actually played with Shield Maiden a lot, and I really enjoyed playing with her and her crew, and just being a part of. We call it we call her our Jarl. so so yeah, it feels like a family, and it's what I strive for. I don't have a social life outside of home since I work from home, so.
Oh, nice, nice, yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah, so we always kind of hear community all the time, so it's a really big thing with streaming.
Mhm.
You've talked to me about this before too. My next question that I have for you, and you're always kind of mentioning that you're working on something or doing something for others. You do a lot of graphic work and logos and creating things for other streamers or whatnot. I'm gonna pull up a few examples on stream for you, but I want to give you a chance just to kind of talk about like what you do or the services you offer or kind of just some of the projects you've been working on, and I'll kind of pull up those examples for you while you're kind of going over that whole thing.
Off, and I was just doing it on my channel and learning how to do the basics, and I actually started off using Placeit and making my own the buttons on the homepage panels. They're called panels, and then moved on to logos and stuff. And I've made a few things for some friends, as you can see on the screen. And then it just blossomed from there, and I'm starting to get commissions, and it's really fun to have that uh, challenge for commissions. Like Snowy86, he was like, I need a devil with snow. And I'm just like, a what?
Kind of counterintuitive, right?
Yeah. And then he was like, or you could just do something with my picture. And his picture was him wearing a mask. And he had like a filter on with like the devil horns. And I just added the snow and went from there.
Oh.
I make intros and transitions as well. Those are my favorite. I love making the videos. Um, I do some emotes, but emotes I'm limited because I don't draw. It's a lot of work to work in Paint.
Right. So these are logos. Then do you kind of transfer those into, like on the Twitch channels, like the About Me page, where they have those like kind of those panels, like for socials or donations, they have those. Do you kind of do those as well, or are you kind of purely logos?
No, I do panels as well if they're asked for. Most of the time, people already have panels
Sure.
at that point because they've already been streaming, and panels are not hard to get for free.
Okay. True.
So if I love doing a whole package, I really do, and I do very fair prices. I love making a whole package because I know it's gonna be like seamless and it's all matchy matchy. It makes my little OCD heart happy.
Yeah, you say that you can get a lot of them for free, but they're not TinyTigerGirl panels, all right? And those are priceless.
That's true. That's true. Because you get the artistic, creative mind that I have.
Right. Again, chat, if you want to ask her anything, go ahead and highlight your message. We'll get to those in just a moment. I do have a couple more questions to start off the segment. So if you do want to ask her anything, be sure to redeem the channel point redemption for highlight message. That way I do not miss it, and we can ask her anything that you like. So the overlays and the kind of logos and things like that and the panels that you make are also kind of a big thing that you're into and that you do. But stream-wise, you stream a lot of survival games.
I do.
What would be your kind of top, 2 or 3 survival games that you play/love?
I would say I started off with Ark Survival Evolved. That's what sucked me into survival games, I think. However, Ark has went many different ways, and I no longer play and haven't played for a while. I'd say Grounded lately has been one of my favorites because of the way that it is. Like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. It's like different from a lot of other survival games. The building aspect of it, Chef's Kiss, the little where you have the little ghost of what you need, what you're building. Oh my god, I love that. And there's a game coming out that I'm really excited about, but they haven't dropped a release date yet. Small Land, and it's supposed to be similar to Grounded. And I can't wait till that comes out.
Yeah, I've seen Grounded a bunch. It's kind of like that Honey I Shrunk the Kids vibe,
Yeah,
with that
yeah.
game. Then there's a few times like I'd catch in. It's like I swear, are spiders like ants like a major thing in it? Obviously,
They are pretty good part of the ecosystem because there's red ants and black ants, and it's at different parts of where you're at in the game, like how high tier you are, where you can enter. The black ants are stronger, the red ants are kind of beginner mode. So
yeah. The game looks interesting. I haven't had a chance to play it, but it's kind of I did like that vibe of like the Honey I Shrunk the Kids vibe, where you're smaller and it's got kind of different scaled everything else. So, but you also played Dead by Daylight. Do you have a favorite killer?
I do. The killer I played most in Dead by Daylight is Huntress, I would say.
No.
Or Trapper.
Oh god. I hate Huntress.
I have recently started playing I remember what the one that I bought recently was. It's The Plague or something. And she's just fun to fuck around with. Like I'll let everybody go and puke on everybody.
yeah, but oh man,
when I play, I'm a very lenient. Usually, I'm a very lenient killer too. Like I'm just fucking around.
Good. Yeah, some toxic killers. I'm like, I hate you guys.
Yeah.
But no, Huntress is like the one of the only killers that I just despise. I've always said too, like whenever I play Dead by Daylight, that the killers should not be able to throw things. And Huntress
that's my favorite part.
Oh no. Like they're already strong enough as it is. Now they can chuck something across the map? No.
Yeah, I love ranged stuff. In any game I love ranged stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not all about the melee.
Every time I go against the Huntress, I always die to one of those hatchets. I'm like, I'm done. I'm just gonna stand here.
Yeah, them hatchets will mess you up.
But all right, I have one more question for you, and I always like to leave off my segment. It's just like a funny, goofy, just crazy question, just to kind of see what you come up with. And then chat, like I said, after this will be up to you. We already have a few questions coming in, so be sure to ask her anything that you want. Highlight your message there, and also if you have not followed TinyTigerGirl yet, please go ahead and do that right now. Let's get her to 1,000 followers tonight. Right? All right. So, Tiny, my last question that I have for you. If animals could throw parties, which animal do you think would throw the craziest party and why?
I think it would be monkeys. Because monkeys seem like they would be mighty wild in a party. That's probably the obvious answer, but I think that they would definitely bring the bananas to go bananas.
I mean, also, there's got to be some poo flying eventually, right?
Yeah.
But I can see what you're saying by that. Absolutely, they probably would throw a crazy party, but I don't think I'd want to be in the poo party.
No,
all right,
not a poo party.
All right, let's go ahead and get through some questions, chat. Let me scroll back here real quick just so I don't miss any. And where's the first one? Oh, yeah. So Dyslexic Octopi asked a little bit ago about the do you do commissions? But I think as you were saying, as he asked that, I think you're kind of explaining it. So the kind of commissions on your logos and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do.
So
absolutely.
Yeah, so if you guys are interested in a logo or in an intro video, things like that, intro scene or something like that, reach out to her and you guys can set something up.
Yeah, you can reach out to me on Twitch. You can whisper to me, or you can message me on Discord. If Misery would so kindly, she could post the Discord link.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, those are the best ways to reach me right now. I don't have a business page or anything because it's still kind of in the beginning stages. So
sure. Dyslexic Octopi also asks, is it the building or environments game that draw you to survival games? Or is it just exploration in general?
It's the exploration, the playability. The building is actually Misery's forte, and that's why we work so well together in survival games. As you can tell me, hey, I need wood, and I'll go spend 2 hours collecting wood, because that's just the mind-numbing thing that I love about some survival games, is when you had a long day at work, you can just chop wood with minimal risk, depending on the game.
Lately, I've been seeing you play a lot of Stardew Valley.
Yeah, she drug me into that one.
What is that? Like, I've never played that either.
It's like a pixelated game, but it's like you have a farm and a village, you can get married. It's way deeper of a game than I thought it was gonna be for something that's pixelated. There's a lot.
All right. Voice says, what was your favorite moment while streaming?
Favorite moment. Most of a good chunk of my favorite moments are clipped. I think my favorite one was in my favorites when we're goofing around in a game and we're just having fun and making people laugh, making each other laugh. That's the best part.
Yeah. I noticed when the intro video showed earlier, a community member here, when you were like, I was shooting over his head, but I missed. Or I was shooting at his head, but I missed. Like, he loved that clip.
Yeah,
You had
one of
that
my
used to
favorite ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was like the character was like, "Who shot me?" And I said, "Oops, I was aiming over your head, but I missed."
Yeah, I think it was Chris City J. I think he loved that clip. All right, so Misery asks, what other types of things do you sell in your Etsy shop?
I make jewelry. For the most part, keychains, jewelry. And I do take commissions. I love doing as those as well. I love commissions. Give me an idea, and I'll run with it. Oh, I have sold some stuff that people have really loved when they bought it and wore it many times. I am very OCD, so I make sure everything's quality made. I am getting into resin, but resin is something that you really have to work at. And since my OCD won't let me sell stuff that's in any way not perfect, it's hard.
Yeah. See, Misery says, also, do you take commissions on jewelry?
Yes, I do. I made a couple's necklace for a couple, and I don't have a picture of it. I should have sent you some Etsy pictures. It was a red necklace and a green necklace. They were used the same beads, just different colors of the beads. And one of them and wanted a wolf, and the other one wanted a Viking axe keychain, Viking axe charm, and it turned out so cool and such a good set that they really loved it.
Yeah. I think you just started talking about this too. Another question was, do you sell resin crafts?
I do not sell them yet. I am working through them. I need to get more resin. It's a big hobby to get into. And I have tons of molds and stuff, and I'm getting more and more stuff in. As soon as I have an area to really do my resin, then I will probably put a few things up here and there. Right now I need to move, and I'm planning on moving soon. So hopefully where I move to will have more area for me to spread out my crafts.
Yeah. Yeah. What's kind of your next thing that you're gonna do, like with your stream and kind of your setup? Are you more focused on kind of your jewelry, your crafts part, or are you trying to expand your stream setup? Like, what's your kind of next step?
I need to get to work on my stream setup, honestly. My camera has broken recently and it will not let me use the light on it anymore. If I use the light, I can show you what it does.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Yeah. So I need a new camera right off the bat, and I need some lighting in here because obviously it's a mess. But like I said, I'm planning on moving, so it's like maybe I need to wait and see what it's like in the other place before I get that stuff. My setup, as you can tell, is Galaxy, and you can't see it on the camera, but I have a giant tiger tapestry back there.
Well, I was kind of curious too, and I was going to get to this eventually if chat didn't. I know you guys got a couple questions coming in, so I will absolutely get to those. But I'm kind of off on a tangent now, because you just showed a tap strip on the wall. What what is it like? Obviously, tiger probably your favorite animal. Like, is that where your
Yeah.
name came from? Like, where is that kind of whole like? How did it all get started?
Yeah, it's I was really into in high school and college, I was really into tigers. I had my whole bedroom done in like white tiger stuff, and yeah, when I was just making my gamer tag, that's what I chose. And since then, it's what I use for everything. It's just easier for me to keep up with stuff, and I like it.
Yeah, I think Crit even in chat and other people are like they really like that tiger there you have in the background on your wall back there.
Yeah, you can find that on Amazon and similar ones. I got it for like I want to say like $12.
Sure. Dyslexa says, "What is your favorite jewelry to make?"
um, Earrings. They're the quickest, and you can make them really fancy or you can make them not so fancy. Earrings are my favorite to make.
Yeah. Lava Colonic said, "In case I missed it, what are all your animals' names again?
Uh,
The
we
cats'
got
names." Yep.
Tater, who you just saw in the background, was the orange one. Loki, kitty, 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 kitty. This is Loki, my big fat boy. Oh, here's Tater. They want treats. I have trained them to jump up here for treats.
Those spoiled cats.
Yeah, very spoiled. And then I have Shadow. Come here. This is Shadow, my Chihuahua. He's about 6 or 7.
Do they all get along?
Yeah, they all get along really well. My other 2 cats. So Luna, the one that's going to Devilicious, she's the mother to Tater, and Stella, who's in the crate. Tater is not fixed, and Stella is fixed, so he aggravates her. So that's the only reason they're separated. And with her disability, she can't fight back. And then Luna is in the living room in a giant dog crate because she does not get along with Tater or Loki anymore. So she's she don't want to have nothing to do with them.
Yeah.
And I got tired of the cat fights.
Voice says, "Is your Etsy shop under your same name?"
It's under it's Tiny Tiger's Treasure or Treasures. It'll be if you go to my page, it'll be TTT, Tiny Tiger's Treasures. It'll be that button.
There you go.
Now I don't use my Etsy shop much right now because it costs to use it, and I have been, well, the rising price of groceries and stuff has really hit me. So,
everything. Yeah, it's ridiculous right now.
So, and it costs money to have stuff listed on Etsy when you're not really selling anything.
Sure.
Because my printer's broken. So.
Sure.
But I can still sell stuff. I can use my mom's printer next door. It's just I don't use it very often.
Death Reaper kind of not necessarily a comment or a question, more of a comment. He said, "Get a Logitech Brio camera." So if you want to upgrade, yep. So he recommends a Logitech Brio camera.
If you don't mind whispering that to me so I can have it for later, that would be great.
Yeah. So Death Reaper, go ahead and kind of whisper that, or if you can find the link, I guess on Amazon, so she can go right to it. Yeah. So whisper that so she can kind of look that up. But yeah, I recommended a Logitech Brio. Devilicious.
Logitech's good for some stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Devilicious said, "What channel redemptions do you have on your channel?"
she would ask that. So one of my funniest channel redemptions is Oopsie Poopsie, and it's because of this hat right here. So I put on this for 5 minutes. Then I have a tiger onesie that I have recently gotten, and I've set that one up as a channel point. I have Feed Your Pet. I have a lot. I have some really cool song clip ones and stuff, funny stuff to say. Like when I die, there's a clip that goes, "Oh no, my precious tiger has died." It's hilarious because it's in an accent too.
Yeah.
I know my my beautiful tiger has died or something like that. It's really funny. So there's some really good ones in there. I love
uh,
playing with stuff with my stream that makes it more fun.
oh, absolutely, 100%. So, Mythical Dragon, I don't know why you would ask this because we're about to play DBD together, all of us. So, Mythical Dragon, who's going to be playing DBD with us after this as well, says, would you sacrifice me to a killer if it meant you could live?
Probably.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. It's a situational thing. Cause like if you're definitely gonna die, you're on your last hook, and you're already down. I'm sorry. I love you, but
Wow. Wow. Yeah, another link was dropped for TinyTigerGirl. If you have not followed her, go ahead and drop her a follow right now. Appreciate that. Miss Zombie says, hello, I'm a fellow cat lady. I have 3. I was wondering how long you've been streaming and if you had anxiety when you first started streaming. And if so, how did you become more comfortable with it?
So I have ADHD and anxiety, so I got the fun parts of the mental disorders. Um, when I did start streaming, I was very self-conscious, and I still am, to be honest. Um, and I'm really self-conscious over my voice. I still am, but not as bad as I was. But it's getting better. I tell you what helps. I am not wearing makeup. I am using a filter. If you do the snap cam, it's worth it to help build your confidence. I can't wear makeup. I'm allergic to most stuff I try to put on my face.
I have another buddy of mine who uses a lot of like the snap cam filters, I think.
They're
Uh,
fun too. You can
yeah.
make them part of your stream. I haven't yet figured that one out. But you can make them part of your stream, and the really funny ones you can set up as a redemption.
Yeah. Death Reaper says if she wants setup recommendations too, she can whisper me and I'll give her ideas. So yeah, Death Reaper, go ahead and reach out to her about the camera, and then you guys can obviously stay in contact too about different setups or different tools or things to use.
I realized I forgot to host you.
Voice, did I skip your question? No, I asked. It was about the Etsy shop, right? Unless there's another question that I missed, I apologize. I would sacrifice Jake every chance I got. Rude. Come on, guys. Come on now. I guess a question too that I always wanted to kind of just know from other people. What is something that if you could go back and change about you, like when you first started streaming till now, you know what I mean? Like, what is something you go back if you could do it over again that you would change?
Think of anything. Because I've just been slowly building as most streamers do.
Huh.
I'd be a little less self-conscious. Just a little. I was very anxious when I first started. So, yeah, and have more people to play with. Because for a long time, I didn't have anybody to play with when I was streaming. And it helps so much to have somebody that you can count on to play with and help make time go by faster.
Yep, for sure, for sure.
Crack a few jokes.
So voice like I asked about what feelings she has before. Oh, so what feelings you have before starting a stream? Might have been like a second part of the question. So like before you fire up your stream every time you do, like what's kind of going through your head?
My stream's late again. It's always something with OBS needing an update because I only stream once or twice a week right now. I swear it needs an update every time I need to stream.
I agree with that too. I feel like lately it always needs some kind of minor update every time. Miss Zombie says, girl, me too. Your voice is awesome. I'm also allergic to makeup. I had anxiety even talking with no camera, but I started to think about it as just hanging out with friends.
Yeah. And that's the best way to look at it. It's just you're making new friends and hoping people will stick around. It's not even about the subs. It's about the people that want to hang out in your chat.
Right. Right. All right, chat. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you kind of one last chance to kind of get us some questions in here again. Ask anything you want. Highlight your message here. And then right after this, we're going to stick around and we're going to play some Dead by Daylight with TinyTigerGirl. And we're going to see her carry me, probably all night long, I'm guessing.
Carrying.
So one thing that I'm curious too is what I guess, and this kind of helps out too with anyone else that's maybe wanting to become a streamer or kind of get into the streaming industry. What is it that makes you, like maybe you personally, stick around at other people's channels?
Just generally a good person. And they're entertaining a little bit. I like people that aren't afraid to say what's on their mind at the same time as opinionated, maybe a little, and just it's a certain charisma that you kind of have to have, I guess. And people that are obviously trying really hard, like to make their stream better and make the make the time that you're in there more enjoyable.
Right. Right. One other question too. I do have a couple last minute questions that we'll get to in just a moment. What else is something, I guess, TinyTigerGirl IRL, like in real life, like what's something else about you that, we don't know? Kind of get to know you personally a little bit more.
My cat. Shut up. He's telling you all about his life, right? So I don't know if that's evidenced by everything in my background, but my favorite color is purple and blue, which is why I like Galaxy stuff. Because there's a lot of purples and blues in Galaxy stuff. I'm a big nerd. Big nerd. Love me some Harry Potter.
Yeah.
That's why I always make you wear that hat.
I know.
I think I've only made you eat a bean one time because somebody else told me to.
Right. My chat loves to make me feel pain.
And that brings up something good. I do something similar. When I get rated, I do these. They're toxic waste sour nuclear fusion candies. And I hate sour stuff.
Yes.
They're rough.
All right, I'm going to put you on the spot here. All right, then I'll get to your questions, chat. Okay, I'm off on a tangent again. Who is the Harry Potter character, the person in the Harry Potters that you're just like, hey, if you and I were in a room together, you know what I mean? Who's the one character?
I have a thing for redhead, so it would have to be either Hermione or Ron. And she's not technically redhead, but she's definitely got red in her hair. Because I connect with Hermione. I'm very bookish as well.
Uh-huh.
So, but nice. Ron.
Nice.
Actually, I would say instead of Ron, his older twin brothers. Yes.
Really?
Fred and George. Yes.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
They were closer to my age, anyways. I think.
Sure. Dyslexic says, how many backpacks do you have, Mr. J, or leg bones with no muscle? First of all, I'm not carrying. Okay, Tiny's probably gonna carry me. Let's be honest here.
Do I look like I have muscles? Because I think y'all are confusing me with somebody else.
Chris City J said, generally a good person. And then why are you here in Mr. J's channel? It's rude. See, this my chat trolling me. Like trying to be mean to me. Yeah, rude, right?
What were you saying? I'm sorry, I was reading somebody chat.
No, Crit's question was, you're talking about earlier when I was saying like being in other streams, like what kind of makes you stick around in other streams?
Oh.
And you're like, if they're generally a good person, like you'll stick around. And then he's like, well, why are you here in Mr. J's channel then?
Yeah, I don't like a lot of ragey people either. Like I'm not a ragey person, and even if I'm raging, I'm not mad. I'm usually not mad.
Yeah.
I'm just loud.
Ms. Zombie said earlier, you said monkeys would have the best parties. Well, when I searched your username to follow you, the one below it was Monkey Tiger Girl. Anything you want to tell us? That shitty Monkey Tiger Girl?
think they might have meant sexy. You're putting too many letters in there.
Oh yeah, sexy monkey tiger girl. Is that something?
No. I'm gonna look them up now, though.
Sexy monkey tiger girl. Got it.
That's a long name too.
Right. Boy says, who's gonna get her a back brace when she's about to carry? Guys, stop with the I'm getting carried things. Unreal. See what I gotta put up with? This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. All right, chat. So I want to get us some Dead by Daylight. So if you have not dropped TinyTigerGirl a follow, go ahead and do that right now, immediately, and go ahead and check out all of her art, her Etsy things, her logos, her panels, anything that she, graphics wise, that she can create for you. If you are at all interested, please reach out to her. Tiny, what I want to do before we leave, before we get to some Dead by Daylight. I want to give you a chance to kind of give us a send-off, kind of give you the floor. Again, you can talk about whatever you want. You can kind of self-promote anything you want. The floor is yours. Spotlight's on you. But I want you to kind of send us off with a goodbye.
Okay. Thank you for being here, and I appreciate all the support. Mr. J is wonderful for having this genius idea to help other streamers out. It's all we can do, honestly, it's all about helping one another. It's really about networking when you're a streamer, and that helps so much, and it is much appreciated. And I appreciate you guys for all the questions. Y'all raised some really good questions and stuff that I also have to think about now. Tater's here to tell y'all bye.
But all right, well, thank you for doing this. Thank you for hanging out. And thank you for taking the time to watch an episode of the Streamer Shoutout video podcast. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you can get notified of all future videos and episodes that come out on this channel. Now, if you're interested in joining the Streamer Shoutout, all you have to do is in the description below, you'll see a link to my Discord. Join that and you'll see a Thankful Thursday section. Let me know that you are interested. I'll get you in the rotation. It is simple as that. We'll see you next time, and I appreciate you.